Well, hello everyone. This is Wilson Cole. I'm president of Adams, Evans, and Ross and Backdoor Hires, and I want to talk to you guys today about 3 states that you need to be very, very, very careful on, and that is, if you're operating a staffing or a recruiting firm, you need to make sure that you're licensed or you get signed contracts, depending on the state. Because of just some very stringent requirements they have. Number one, and you guys have probably heard me talk about this before, but if you are going to operate a staffing or recruiting firm in the state of New Jersey, you have to be licensed. If you are not licensed, you cannot use, by the statute, cannot use their court system. Now, I can tell you we have cases litigated all the time up there for clients that aren't licensed. But if the debtor's attorney were to bring it up as a defense, it pretty much kicks you out. You don't get the pass go. You go directly to jail, and I say that a little tongue-in-cheek, but your case gets kicked out, and you cannot refile in another state. So if you're doing any business in the state of New Jersey, you need to be licensed. If you go out and you Google, or better yet, if you send me an email, Wilson@aercollections.com. Put in there, New Jersey statute. My assistant will send you back a link to the website. The other state that you have to watch out for, and quite frankly, we found out about this maybe a year and a half ago. We haven't seen any of them run through cases, but I'm a little concerned about it because who monitors that particular licensing fee? But that's the state of South Carolina. You have to be licensed as a recruiter, or you can't go in their state. And there's some kind of punitive stuff in there in the statute, and it's overseen by, of all things, the South Carolina Bar, which is who licensed the attorneys. I was a little surprised at that, but and I've done this for almost 30 years, or right at 30 years, and we just found out about South Carolina recently. Another state that you really need to make sure that you get a signed contract, and that's the state of Massachusetts. Back 15 years ago, their Supreme Court has ruled that if you are a recruiter and you place a candidate, if you do not have a signed contract, you do not have a deal. Now, with that being said, very similar to that New Jersey statute and law, we have our forwarding attorney up there sue all the time on accounts that we don't have a signed agreement on. It's not a problem unless the debtor's attorney brings it up as a defense. And there's more and more cases that are going on up there. We're starting to see where that case law is becoming a little easier to find. We went probably 15 or 20 years in the state of New Jersey where we ran into that statute once. In the last 5 years, we've run into that about 3 times. And so now that's probably 100 cases that have been filed up there. So 3% of the cases, but understand that those 3 cases got kicked out. As the attorney in New Jersey had told us, it's an absolute defense, which means there's no argument. It's kicked out. So the 3 states to really watch if you're a recruit in a staffing firm is if you're doing anything in the state of New Jersey, get licensed. If you are doing anything in South Carolina as a recruiter, get licensed. And if you are doing anything in the state of Massachusetts, to a slightly lesser degree, Chicago, Illinois, and I mentioned Chicago, Illinois, specifically just outside the state of Illinois, is the court systems, in my opinion, in the Chicago area treat recruiters a little more harshly than if you get outside into the other part of the state. The laws are the same, but there's just I don't think that they appreciate or fully understand the contribution that staffing and recruiting firms make to business. But just make sure that you get a signed contract. If you'd like to look for backdoor hires, please go visit us at backdoorhires.com. If you'd like for us to handle a collection, please go to staffingdebt.com and set up a time to meet with me, one of our staff attorneys, or credit collection consultants. And thank you.
Hey guys, it's Wilson again, and this video was brought to you by Adams, Evans, and Ross. And if you like the video, please make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also like the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below as well. If you'd like to learn more about our company, please visit our website at staffingdebt.com. And also remember, if there's no collection, there's absolutely no cost at all.